Hey everyone, welcome. So today we are doing intuitive business readings. So if you just joining in, say hello where you may be calling in from or watching this from. So we'll dive in a little bit. Actually, ooh, two cards kind of flew down there, so I'll grab it in a second. So again, welcome everyone. And again, if you're just tuning in, we are doing two business readings. You want to say hi, hello, where you may be tuning in from. Love connecting with you guys, okay? And let me see, in a little bit we'll do a group reading, and then we will take on as many of the questions that you guys have regarding your reading. So if you want just a general reading, you can type in yes reading to see what message is coming through for you. Or if you have a specific question around what you are wanting to know, you can type a specific question, and then in that moment I'll tune in to see the more specific the better, so I can zoom in and get the information for you, okay, to share with you so that you can move forward in your business, okay, with more income, impact, and freedom. So again, I want to welcome everyone here. Those of you guys are new, my name is Jenny. And I am into business coach and a master healer. And usually I do this with my husband. We're a husband and wife duo team. And we specialize in helping coaches and healers to grow their business, to launch a business, to make six figures doing what they love with more income, impact, and freedom. So again, if this is your first time here with us, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back, okay? So again, if you are wanting to get a reading for yourself, you can type in yes reading. If you have a specific question and you would like some more guidance around that, and so you want information flow through, and Spirit will use a combination of our experiences as coaches and healers, and then business coaches, and then also with the channel informations coming through, and I'll see what comes in to share with you. And if you want that, you can type into a specific question, okay? All right, awesome. So good morning. Hi Jennifer, good to see you. Okay, always good to see you. So actually I have the two cards that kind of actually jump out, so I'm gonna grab those cards and I will start off with the group reading, okay? All right, so we'll take a look together. I have it here. So first, let me just see what message is coming in to share with all of us. Okay, those of you that's watching now or on a replay, let me see what comes into to be shared here. All right, so the first thing first, what I hear is that really trust the process, okay? I know if you guys been tuning in here, you may have heard me say that before, but I cannot stress more than now than ever, okay? Really important to trust the process, okay? And see what else comes in. Yeah. And again, remember, you may not have control over what happens outside of you in your external environment, but you do have control over what your thoughts, your belief, and your actions, okay? So again, no matter what is happening outside of you, what's most important is what's going on within you. And then again, as you work through your internal environment, do the inner work, the external environment will as it was called, will align to that too. So that's an important reminder, okay? Important reminder is remember that no matter what happened, it doesn't seem like at times, but you are in control of what is happening in your own life and what is happening in your business, okay? And in that sense of, we may not have the money, the income, the clients, that kind of thing that can go up and down, but you do have control of how you feel about it, how you react to it, and what you're going to do about it. Does it make sense, guys? So that's what's coming through first and foremost, and see anything else coming through. Yeah, it's just like, can't stress enough, but trust the process, have faith in yourself, have faith in God's source, that everything will work out for the highest and best good, okay? So anywhere you have doubts, anywhere that's coming up for you, it's important that you come back to this anchoring, right? Knowing that everything has happened up to this point is also through you, for your best, highest good, okay? And everyone involved. So how is that resonating with you so far? So the cards for you, the message coming in for you guys here is, the first one is dance, okay? So really connect, and it could be literally dancing, or what does that bring you joy, okay? What does that bring you joy? The simplest thing in life, just being grateful for, being really grateful what is that you have, right? Even though the things you want may not be where it is, or your business where that is yet, but you can be grateful how far you came, and be grateful for even for the sunshine, be grateful for to have the ears to listen, or be able to have the internet to join, join today, or to be able to connect your guidance, to be able to hear those subtle of inner guidance, right? So again, really be grateful and dance, right? Dance is bring back the joy. Okay, whatever that joy is for you guys. So it could be literally dancing, it could be singing karaoke, or it could be just walking outside, could be meditating, whatever that is. Really bring back that, and that's how you connect more of that joy, more gratitude. The more you joyful you are, the more gratitude you feel, and the more gratitude you feel, then the more you have to be grateful for. Okay, so again, it's very important. It sounds counterintuitive, but it's kind of breaking that what you call state. Okay, whatever we may be swimming in lots of negativity, and again, just bringing back to that, it breaks that state. Okay, and we can start seeing things from a different perspective. We can start seeing things from a new lens, right? The new lenses in our life and in our business, and things can start shifting. And even though that doesn't seem like it and how that is, right, we let go of the timing, let go of the how, let go of the when, and the timing that is, and then in that place you can trust and come back to the main message of trust the process. Okay, awesome. And again, how's that resonating for you guys? Listen in, okay? And then the second card that jumped out earlier is coming through is Goddess, okay? And what I want to tune into this card, what is coming through to share today is really connect back within you, that part of you that's connected to the divine, the divinity, the divineness of you. Okay, and again, remember, you are the co-creator and the creator of your life. Okay, so again, that's kind of reminding us that we have control, and then your awareness, your consciousness is everything. And from that place, people said, like, what was it, I believe it's Wayne Dyer. He says, is it how he said it? Yeah, okay, here it goes. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Okay, so again, it's all in our perspective, right? In our perspective, perhaps, are you seeing opportunities, or are you seeing obstacles? Okay, it's important. It's the same side of the coin, but which one are you looking at? Okay, so I can't stress enough. There are people that making money all the time, and even during the Great Depression, does people become millionaires? So again, are you at a place where you can see the opportunities? Are you in a place that you can, in your mindset, that you can see the opportunities and take advantage of the opportunities, or ride the opportunities? Okay, so that's what's coming through to share, right? Okay, again, those of you guys are just tuning in, we are doing intuitive business reading. So if you have a business question, if you just want a general reading, type in yes reading, so I will see what message coming through, pick a card for you. And if you want if you have a specific question, you want to really tune in, and you've been thinking about it, and being, thinking and getting in your own way of it, perhaps I can share some lights in that, and they'll use my skill sets as intuitive business coach and also healer, plus the guidance that's coming through to share with you and see where perhaps we can steer you in the right direction. Okay, so how's that for you guys? And so let me just say hello to Deb, Jennifer, Sylvia, and I know a couple other folks here. Awesome. And Jennifer said, totally agree to that. And that's all about how you look at things. It's an opportunity versus obstacle. Absolutely. And sometimes we just need reminders, right? We know these things. Sometimes we just need, oh gosh, yeah, I need to be reminded of that, right? It's like beautiful reminders that we all need all the time. And good to see you, Sylvia. And all right, so, and Deb all the way from New York. Awesome. We're in the same time zone here. Alrighty, so again, if you just tune in, you can type in yes reading, or you have a specific question, post it, type a comment, and I'll come back and take as many as I can. Okay, so let's see where I am going to. Let me see, the chat is moving around a little bit. Okay, so Deb, I think that's who I see next. Okay, so I see Deb, and now, oh goodness, it's jumping around. Okay, so good to see you, Taylor. So business question, how do I schedule all the oars I have in the water? what do I prioritize? Do you make OARS? I'm not sure what that is. It was a typo, Deb. Yeah, I'm not sure what the question means. If you can, retype that. I'm not consciously understanding what that means. But let me just see what comes in to share with you. Because it's how do I schedule all the ore I have in the water. Okay. So maybe I have many businesses. So how do I prioritize? Okay, so maybe that is the question. So let me tune in, my dear, and see what comes in to share with you. Okay. Yeah, so first thing, Deb, what I sense is that you're multi-talented. You're very good at creating things, and almost like you're a creator, like you enjoy creating things. So I don't know if that resonates with you. Does that ring true? Okay. And that could be a skill set and an advantage. But on the other side of it, sometimes we have too many things, projects going on in businesses that it can be overwhelming, and it can be hard to focus and put out our attention and really actually have some of the businesses working for you. Okay, so let me just tune in, see what else comes up to share with you. Okay. Yeah, Spirit Source, do agree that it's important to prioritize. That's good that you saw that, okay? And so let me see what else I want to share. How can you prioritize, and what can you look, what can you, as you're doing that, anything else that comes up around that, okay? Okay, so first and foremost, and most important things, and again, this goes to almost everyone too. When we have too many projects going on, it's really hard sometimes to dedicate our energy, because our time and energy and money sometimes is limited. Okay, so it's important that we really hone in, right? Sometimes this is time that a lot of us are really looking at. Really be honest with yourself. Okay, of all the things, business you have going on, which is the one that lights you up? Which is the one that that's near and dear to your heart, and it really what you call that really serve you. Okay, so that's one. And the second thing is that which of those that serve you, and which are the ones that actually bringing income in, right? If you are doing fine financially and you don't need those businesses to support you, then that's a different story. But if you do need the business to support you, then you really need to really look down the bottom line. Which of these business, the amount of time, money, energy, resources, training, employees, whatever, or helper, assistants, then which one of these is actually bringing in the income that will, that will help me support my business, support my life, pay the bills, those kind of things. Okay. And then, so from that perspective, okay, which one is working, and which one is the one that's near and dear to your heart, and then really dive into that. Sometimes you may need to scale down. I was in a Sedona retreat this weekend, and I was talking to one of my actually a daughter of one of my colleagues, and she have like 3 or 4 businesses going on, and she was getting to the place where she's feeling burnt out. She didn't want to do anything anymore. So it got to the point where she's been guided by her spirit is that you really need to cut back. So she felt that at this moment she needed to close down at least 2 other businesses. Okay, so sometimes that we really need to kind of comb through what we have going on and really look again from this new perspective, new place. Perhaps things have changed, the market have changed. Where can you pivot and prioritize? Okay, again, I would say prioritize in the form of your passion, or how important that is for you, and also in conjunction to how much is bringing in the revenue, the return in your investment, your income, the money you put in, the energy, and all of that. Okay, is that making sense? So that's what's coming in to share with you. And it's okay if you need to pull the plug permanently or temporary to some of these things. Okay, who says you cannot do that? If it's your business, if it's your business. And again, it's really important to listen to your heart, because if something is not working and you feel like so overwhelmed and scattered, how can we show up fully, and how can we make that work? So sometimes it's really important to streamline what it is that we have going on. Okay, so the card here for you is also is patience. Okay, it's also have patience. And I don't know if that makes sense for you or not. Sometimes we want, I know in my own life and talking to clients, is that sometimes we have these expectations, we have this timeline, how much income we should have each month, and etc. for the year, that kind of thing. But sometimes, spirit, God, source have a different way how that will become through for us. And it's important that we have patience for ourselves, and also to see how far we have came. Even if it may not show in the form of income or clients, but see how much your mindset you have worked through, the inner work you have came through, and you believe in yourself, the confidence you have in you, right? And your ability to show up, perhaps marketing yourself, promoting yourself, doing those sales enrollment calls, or whatever that is that's in your business. The skills that you gain is priceless, because these skill sets will help you make the money, right? Does it make sense? So that's what's coming through. Okay, and how's that resonating with you, Deb? And again, anyone else that's listening to this, any part of this is resonating with you, please take that as your message from your angels, from your spirit guides, from your team, right? Because sometimes they share things, but we're not able to be in a place where we can really receive that, right? All the information is here is our ability to receive it. The same thing with income, money, all that is also here possible. Are we in a place to receive it? And also, what are we doing to bring the income into our business? Okay. And Deb says, I dislike patience. Oh, beautiful. So that's a perfect card for you, right? To remind you it's important to have patience in our life and in our business especially, right? Yeah. And with patience it comes so much gratitude and appreciation of your progress, and from that place it will help you see things from a different perspective, right? It's not about rushing things and the timing and the how and all of that, but it's a combination of taking aligned actions, and also coming back to the place of really trusting the process, trusting the divine, trusting the process. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, so Deb says also, I think the message can work for us all, right? And I get what you're saying. I am grateful. I'm so awesome, Deb. Thank you so much for sharing that. I can feel the gratitude that's coming through, right? And from this place, things can shift. So, alrighty. So where I am going to, let's see here. All right, Sylvia earlier says, I would like a card. Okay, and then guys, those you just tuning in right before I come to you, Stevia, those you guys just tuning in, we are doing intuitive business reading. So if you have a specific question, you can type below. See how I tune in to come share with you regarding using my skill sets as a intuitive business coach, and also what information channeling in for you to regarding your question. Or if you just want a general reading, see what message is coming in for you, you can type in yes reading. Okay, so we'll take in as many as we can. Okay. Awesome. So Sylvia, all right, Sylvia, and I see Sylvia is you're also an RN, right? Awesome. So I'm a former, well, I still have my RN license, a midwife license. So good to see that you're also in the medical field. So let's see what comes in for you, my dear, regarding a message for you. So first thing first, my dear Sylvia, is to really trust the process, trust your journey, okay, that everything you've done up to this point is also leading to where you want to be, okay, so really trust that process. Let's see what else comes through. It's very important. I feel like spirit angels want to remind you is to really connect back. What is your passion? What is that you love to do, okay, and really hold that into your heart, as like, don't let your rational mind, other people around you say otherwise, okay? So it's very, very important that you tune within you and see what lights you up, what makes you happy. And even if you are doing, let's say, working full-time and then you start your business on the side, or taking courses and lessons, or learning trainings, modalities, whatever it is, you can do that on the side. But always keeping back, what is that I love to do? What is it that lights me up? Okay, because that will be the breadcrumbs that will lead to your purpose. Okay, that will lead to you the work that you are to do, because Spirit Source want us to do the things that we love. And then when we do the things that we love, guess what? We're so passionate about it, and people can feel that. Okay, and it's important that we continue to remind ourselves of that. Okay, and also if you're in this bridge where you're having a full-time job, working someone out, so for someone as an employee, and then you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to start your own business, whatever that is, it's okay to see that job, for example, as a bridge to your to the purpose, to the work that you are to do, like the work that you're passionate about. Okay, so very important that we use all the opportunities, and that anything that comes up to be triggered, or you get triggered, you don't like about that job, is something we also need to look within and heal that part within ourselves, so that we can leave that job, or whenever that time is, right, in a place of love, in a place of like, I close this chapter down, and then now I'm ready to move forward in a new chapter. Because if you don't close that chapter fully from a place of total love and appreciation for all that's happened to you, and the skill, what all that is, it's going, those experiences, guess what? It will transfer over to your next job, or to your next business, or relationship, or whatever that is. So it's very important that we use all these opportunities as a way to look within ourselves, to forgive ourselves, and to come to a place of love and acceptance, and to can move forward without anything that's hold us back, like the chains of the past. Okay, is that making sense, my dear? Is that making sense? So and that's what's coming through to share with you. Let me know how that is. Let me see a card that comes up for you here. All right, and the card for you, my dear, is hope. Okay, and again, it's important to really connect back within you, knowing that you've been guided, even for today, my dear, seeing that all the people that goes live on this call today, and here you are tuning in with me, and you're getting messages for yourself, and seeing that synchronicity, and nothing is by accident. Okay, seeing that you've been guided, that you're being supported, that everything is conspiring for your highest and best good. Okay, so breathe into that, that Spirit Source and my angels are here guiding me, and they're also reminding you to really have that positive, hopeful perspective in life, that things can work out for you, and things are working out for you, even though it doesn't seem like it. Okay, so that's here. And again, I've had many jobs over the years, and have also went through, was working in the medical field too, as a nurse and a midwife, and I just felt something, I was meant to do something else. So I was become unfulfilled in that career, even though I came into it wanting to help people, right? That's why we became a nurse, because I want to help people, like the nurse that saved my brother's life when he was 5 years old from an accident. But then just keep following that nudge, right? That inner voice, right? Sometimes I thought I was going crazy, because I felt like I was not going to make a difference. I meant to do something else, but at the time I didn't know what that was. But then things start opening up, and then I, learned about energy healing, and learn about coaching, personal development, and all these things. And through the journey, I went through a couple of niches, right? And then here I am doing business coaching, but thank God for all those experiences, because it has taught me, and it all come in a beautiful symphony of how I can support people where I am right now. And sometimes, yes, in the past I had these thoughts, well, why can't I just skip all those, right, all the schooling, right, and save a lot of money too, and just go straight to business coaching? But we all have those thoughts, right? But I wouldn't have the skill sets and the credentials I needed to be where I am today. Does that make sense? Okay, so whatever perhaps some quote unquote life throws at you is actually for your highest and best good. Perhaps you need to learn some skill sets that you need for the work you're doing in the future, or perhaps you need to let go of some beliefs that you have, or to know that you're worthy, to know that you're deserving, and to even know what you want to do, right? Sometimes we don't understand, what we want until we've been in places and in situations where we, hell no, I don't want that, right? That kind of thing. So is that making sense for you, my dear? I trust that's valuable for you and anyone who's listening in, that message may support you. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So Sylvia said, yes, absolutely. Feel supported. Awesome. Awesome. All right. And she said, I totally agree. So helpful. You're welcome, my dear. And then so I totally agree again. Amen. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much, Sylvia, for those awesome comments and share, because literally in this space, I'm just really being an open book and allowing the information to channel through. And sometimes we know these things. It's just that we need extra confirmations, right? Because sometimes it's hard when it's our own life, right? It's hard to really be unbiased, right? To where we can just really get out of the way, and sometimes we get in our own way, not intentionally, but it just what is, because we care so much about the situation. It's really hard to have that third perspective, that big picture. Okay. Awesome. All right, so good morning, guys. So let's see here. I see Taylor. I would love a reading. All right, and again, guys, if you're just tuning in, before I come to you, Taylor, we are doing intuitive business readings. So if you have a business question, type in your business question. I'll tune in. Again, using my skill sets as a business coach and other messages coming in to share with you, or you just want a general reading, type in yes reading. Okay, awesome. Alrighty, so Taylor would love a reading. So let's see what comes in to share with you first, and then we'll pick a card for you, okay? Okay, so the first two words that comes to is trust the process. Very important to trust and trust the process. Trust your process. And then also it's like spirituals also remind you that you got this. Okay, so I sense there's some doubts that may be in the field or the energy field I'm picking up. I'm tuning in, and it's important that you let go of those doubts. Okay, because that is what is in the way of your success. Okay, so again, choosing to let go of those patterns, and I choose to release these patterns where I have doubts or whatever else beliefs you have going on that's caused me to have whatever that is you going through right now. Okay, so it's important that you release these doubts, okay, and come from a place that I choose to believe myself. I choose to trust the process. I choose to know that things will work out for me. Again, when you choose, you're actually aligning yourself to to source, right? To the divine, to the infinite possibilities. There's infinite possibilities, guys. Okay. Now, when in the other side of it, when we feel like we're not good enough, we have these doubts, and I don't know if things will work out for me, blah blah blah, right? Stress, overwhelm. What happens is that we are actually connecting to the limited version of us, right? The limited version of us. So which one do we choose? Do we choose to look at, connected to and swim around the limited version of you, or the infinite version of you, the limitless version of you? Okay, so in this moment right here, in this moment, breathe it in, my dear Taylor, and anyone else, listen to this, right? Whatever negativity has been going on in your mind, again, I choose. Okay, I choose to be present right now. I choose to believe in myself. I choose to know that things work out for me. I choose to know that my business can be successful. I choose to know that I'm loved, I'm supported. Okay, and really coming back to that place. And then from this place, perhaps there's messages that comes in for that you receive, or that you perhaps in listen to in readings like this right now with me. And then folks that's listening to right now with me, a lot of times like we have people that come in every week, right? Even in my six-figure coach and healer Facebook group, and they just get new insights, right? Each time they come in, and more clear comes in, because I'm holding the space for you guys to receive that as much as you are able to, willing to let go and being present. Okay, so from here you can start to see the insights coming through. You may even see opportunities that you didn't see before because you were caught up in your limitation. You'll be able to perhaps connect with other mentors that perhaps you didn't have how would say, maybe there's some beliefs that's in the way, or think you have enough support already, whatever that may be, and that can shift and change your perspective in your business and also your trajectory in your business. Does it make sense? So anyway, that's what's channeling in to share with you, my dear. See what message is coming for you. Actually, this card came back. So what's the chances of me shuffling the card of 44 decks, right? And the card dance comes up again. So really, really important to kind of can connect. What does that bring you joy? What does that makes you happy? Even the little thing, right? Little thing, whether it's dancing, with singing, meditation, or play with, if you have any pets, fur babies or children, whatever that nieces or nephew, whatever that's in that bring you back joy. Go to the playground and watch other kids play. I take my kids to the playground as much as we can, and yesterday we went there, and it's just so beautiful to see them screaming, going down the slide, and just running around, going to the next thing, the swing or whatever that may be. And again, you don't have to have kids, but you just be around this energy. It was just seeing how things can quickly shift for you. Okay, how is that, my dear? Is that resonating with you? And again, anyone who's listened to this, how's that coming in for you, my dear? How is that coming in for you? Is that resonating with you? And if it is any parts of that, please take that as your message. And again, it came in twice so far. Dance, okay? So do what makes you happy. Connect with that more. The more you do that, you get out your head. You connect it back to who you truly are, which is you become the creator of your life, okay? And opportunities, things can shift from that perspective, okay? All right, so let's see. All right, and guys, you guys loving this, give a love, a like, share some comments so this can push out to folks in the group here. Let me see where I am at. Okay, so I see Jenna. So awesome. So let's see here, Jenna. You love a reading. First time here. Awesome. Well, welcome, my dear. And how you enjoying things so far. So let's see what message is coming in for you, Jenna. Okay, for you, my dear, it's very important to believe in yourself. Okay, really important to believe in yourself. So take some deep breath and just allow yourself to really connect it back, that part of you that I choose to believe in myself. Okay, no matter what the situation outside of you is doing or being, the reality, your situation doesn't matter. And also what other people say, or even what you say to yourself, right? But in this moment, I choose to believe in myself. And from this belief in yourself, from everything else is possible. That confidence will come through, that clarity will come through, that creativity will come through, the connection with others, connection to your high guidance, and everything else, the income, the potentials, and those kind of opportunities, okay? So really, really important that we take a step back and really connect back within, that I believe in myself. And because when you believe in yourself, you trust the universe, you trust your angels, you know that everything is conspiring for you, through you, for your highest and best good and everyone else. Okay, does that make sense? So in the space of you truly believe in yourself, when I choose to believe myself, then the doubts start to literally, when you shine the light of the divine God source into this, what's true will be so, and what's not true will fall away. Does that make sense? So when you choose to believe in yourself, there's no room for doubts. Okay, even you have to do this many times during the day. When you follow the wagon, when the doubts are coming in, is that I choose to love myself. I choose to believe in myself. I choose to know that everything is working out for me. Does that make sense? Okay, so try that on right now, guys. And how is that feeling for you? And again, it's a practice because we have been habitually, as humans, connected to all the negative thoughts, right? And sabotage ourselves and feel I'm not good enough. Am I doing enough? Am I too much? Am I being enough? Whatever that is, right? And then we really need to train ourselves to shift to the perspective that God, source, or angels, the universe, however you see the high power, see of us, right? That everything is perfect, that you are perfect, okay? And to breathe in that in. So let me see what cards come in to share with you. Okay. All right. So the card for you is past life, okay? And again, you may have awareness of past lives perhaps, and if you don't, just know that we do have many past lives. One day that may come clear for you. But what it's saying is it's like working through the past energies, working through the past experiences that literally anchor in these beliefs and these patterns. Okay, so when we can work through this, that's the inner part of the inner work through the past experiences, wherever it came from, whether it's this lifetime between the age of 0 and 7, which most of us have, many of our programs and beliefs and conditioning comes from that. But also many of us, those of you guys intuitive, many of my clients and potential clients actually have many awareness of lifetimes ago. So this goes very deep. So if it keep coming back for you, and especially around the new moon or full moon or whatever is going on in the planet, is to show us this is the next layers of level, next layers of things that need to come through to be aligned, to be literally released, right? Because how can you, if you want your business to be successful, if you have these thoughts and believe that, or you want to sign more clients, you want to help more people, and you want to put your work out there, whatever, in whatever shape or form, then if you have any belief, I'm not good enough, I'm not meant to do this, my business is not successful, it works for others, not for me, for example, any versions of these, it's like, can you see how you are getting in your own way of having the success, right? And so these thoughts and experiences have to come up in these situations, whether it's sometimes some people health start flaring up so they can get their attention, some people relationships start blowing up so they can start to see that they need to stand for themselves, right? And they start to know that they're worthy, like no more settling, right? No more settling, and to trust and believe in yourself, whatever that is. So you can start to see that how all these experience so-called challenges and obstacles or triggers, we can turn that around and that be the fuel to help us move forward in our business, right? To help us move through, release, and transform those beliefs and deeply ingrained beliefs and experiences, so that we can create new experiences in our life and our business. Is that making sense, guys? Okay, I know I'm sharing quite a bit here, and it's just literally in this moment just channeling through. So I'm literally allowing whatever comes through to flow through. So I trust that's valuable for you, and how that is, whoever's listened to this now live on a replay, okay? Jenna said, in this moment, I choose to believe in myself. Awesome. And Jenna said, this is so on point. I have been told that my past self vowed never to trust anyone after betrayal that threw me off my soul mission. Yeah. And in this moment, my dear, you can choose to release those patterns. Okay, I choose to release these patterns, beliefs, and experiences that cause this situation. Okay, and I choose to release these patterns and experiences that cause this patterns of betrayal. Okay, this is deep because, and again, and sometimes we need more support to help us move, because it's not just that one experiences, right? There's many experiences through that. And guess what? If we have any of these experiences where we feel we're not being supported, or we can't trust others, or we're being betrayed before, right? Then if we don't heal that deeply or really transform that for good, then what happens is that it will show up again in our relationship. It will show up again in our business, or with our clients, or investments, or whatever it is. So this is so important, and that seeing that, thank God, to even say thank God for showing me this, or thanking source angels to bring this into my awareness, so that I can work through it, so I can really release it, so I can transform this, or get the help to transform this. Does it make sense? And thank it, so that you can be free from it. Then the situation in your life, you start changing, because in business, everything comes back to relationship to yourself. It comes back to how much you trust yourself, how much you believe in yourself, how much you love yourself, literally. And then when you do that, then more people will love you, more people will trust you, more people connect with you, and that's how that relationship, it starts with you. Again, connection is, one of my mentors used to say, connection is currency. And when we have a hard time connecting with other people, building relationships with our clients, enrolling clients, connecting with clients, or colleagues, or opportunities, right, to be on a podcast or whatever that may be, or business investment opportunities, if we have any of these things in the way, guess what? It will sabotage our success. So this is an opportunity for us to really dive deeply in and get the help. Sometimes we can do so much for ourselves, and we need other people to help us to really break out these patterns so we can see the infinite potentials that's here for us. Okay, and all these experiences coming in to help us move forward. It's not meant to help. It's not meant to hold us back, but it's actually help us break free from it. Okay, break free from our own prison that we put ourselves in, those boxes that we put ourselves in, believing, and keep recycling these patterns, because again, it is everything happening in our life is coming from this place of what are thoughts, right? Because thoughts create things, and also the belief, the knowing within ourselves, and the actions that we take to align us to the work that we do. Okay, sometimes inaction is not taking actions, indecision is not taking decisions. But again, coming back to what is it that we're doing that will prepare us forward to create that life that we want. You really have to follow your dreams, like they've been reminded to point that out to you guys. Follow your dreams and really have the courage to do that, and taking actions even though when others around you don't believe in you, or even the economy doesn't seem like it is in your favor. But when you can start shifting that and really connecting back to the source that you are, that everything and anything is possible through God's source. Okay, and from that place you can have insights, you can have, again, seeing opportunities, and you can literally there's money to be made at any time in the economy. Okay, and again, are you getting caught up into the collective vibrations and fears and worries and all that, or are you trusting the universe that everything's happening for a reason, and what can I do, how can I pivot my business, how can I show up in the way that will align to who I truly am and the infinite potential of myself and my business? Does it make sense? Anyway, that's what's coming through, my dear, and I trust that is valuable for you. And Dorian says here also, powerful message, amazing. So I appreciate you guys being here today, and I do these readings inside my own Facebook group called Six Figure Coach and Healer. Let me see if I can put it here. Okay, here we go. And love to have you guys in there if you guys are coaches and healers or therapists, and we can support you guys. You can also promote yourself actually on Mondays in the group, and then you can so we do these readings in there. We have business strategies and mindset, that kind of energetic mindset things, support. So I'd love to have you guys in there to further support you, because one of my mission is to help coaches and healers to be able to make money doing what they love. Okay, and really coming back to over 80 to 90% of our success is actually not the strategies. It's actually this sounds crazy coming from a business coach, but coming from the mindset and our belief systems and our energy, right? Because when we can shift this energy, then we can start taking actions that's aligned to what is that we are to put out. We can be doing the same thing, but it's a tweaking our energy. We can show up and actually have more results. Okay, is that making sense, guys? So, and I'm sorry if I'm skip over you. Definitely not intentional. If I didn't get to you, and definitely would love to support you more. We do this again on Wednesday in my group. So awesome, guys. So Janet said that what the message earlier around past lives, that's what scares me, and thank you. I can release this and be free from the past pain. Absolutely, my dear, absolutely. If you don't get anything, Jenna, absolutely, we are the creator, and we can change and shift anything in this present moment, because everything is connected with the past, the present, and the future. When the present is the gift, that when we can really allow the emotions and the feelings and those belief systems to move through, then we can transform and transpire in all, actually up and down the lineage, even the family tree, and the past and the future, so that we don't keep creating the same patterns, right? We can rewire and reprogram and create the patterns of anew. And actually that just came through, just in case those of you guys that perhaps would like some support around shifting your mindset and your energy so that you can be more successful in your business and have that mindset and business breakthrough. I do have also a a business success membership, where that's where we dive in, and really helping you shifting through those past experiences, belief systems, whatever that may be in your business, whether it's around marketing, around your niching, your message, your offer, your pricing, how you show up, that kind of thing, and your intuitive gifts, whatever that is, because there's whatever is in the way, there's usually some blockages around that. But once you shift the blockages, the energetic blockages, sometimes deeply ingrained in subconscious, then things start shifting, and we'll be able to sign up clients. We'll be able to, have more opportunities coming in. We'll be able to make more money, whatever, and have a greater impact. So if you're interested in that, you can DM me, or let me see if I can find that. So it's Purpose to Profits Coaching. Here we go. .com/membership. Okay. So it's about less than about like a dollar a day or so. Okay. And again, imagine what is possible in your business when you can shift through these things. Okay. So awesome, ladies. Thank you everyone for being here, and I will see you guys in my Facebook group, and otherwise we'll see you next time. Take care and have a great one. Have a great week. Bye everyone.